Yeah, this is my favorite silhouette.
This is spacious.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, those are rad, man.
Yeah, I have a thing for this silhouette. It's my favorite silhouette, favorite shoe silhouette. There's like a 3-minute difference with the toe. You want the toe or?
No, I think
All right, cool. Yeah, and they came out a couple years ago. They came in 3 colors. They came in rose gold, gold, and platinum. And I saw somebody with the platinum ones on yesterday, and I was like, you know what? Let me bring mine out. It was an older gentleman with all silver on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had silver jacket, silver pants. So I was like, you know what? I'll join you. Yeah.
That's wild, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. I noticed him because of everything else, and then when I noticed my sneakers, I said, oh no, I got those. Yeah. Good, good. I didn't think that out too much because these are kind of cold. I didn't do all the work, apparently. Yeah, so where were you off to?
I'm actually just like house sitting for a friend of mine this weekend, but I'm renting my place out for the weekend on Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
It worked out pretty good. A friend of mine needs, she's out of town for work, and she's like, yo, I need someone to kind of watch my spot. And I was just like, well, funny enough, I got people coming in. Good timing.
People feel like they need their house sat in the city?
She's got a cat.
Oh.
And she was supposed to be back already, but she's on a job out in Vegas right now, and it got extended by a few days. She had somebody else like hanging out there.
The only reason why I truly questioned it is because the last episode of Billions. Did you see it?
I haven't seen that show yet. No, I need to start watching it.
Oh, but like the premise was, we don't know what this guy's angle is, but he got behind the Doormen's Association and got them to get a 5% raise. And the reason that he did it was he was like, not the reason why, but what happened was he kept saying, you guys abandoned your apartment, and you know, like you left the doorman, you know, stuck the doorman to work, and they protected your stuff while you flew off to some foreign land, you know, like. And it was like, we haven't been there in months, so they had the easiest work days ever. That was his reasoning for trying to give him 2%. But that was the premise. But I'm like, I thought that was silly to begin with, because like he said, I feel like the billionaire. Which was, what'd they do? They didn't do much. We weren't there to bother them at all. Like, I didn't have packages coming in, no nothing. He was just there for a couple months. So I felt like him, but the guy, that was his point. He was like, guys just ran off, and that's the point. You get a chance to, and they don't, and they need a raise.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good series, huh?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Alright, I'll take a look at it. It caught my eye. Well, it caught my eye. There was an article in the New York Times about how Peloton's like starting to freak out.
Oh yeah.
It's like 2 series in a row just dropped that like someone had a heart attack on a Peloton in the episode, and they're like, what the hell? Like, we're not giving everybody heart attacks, y'all.
So I didn't realize it on first watch, but the second one was edited to say that, oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna die. I'm not the character from Sex and the City.
No.
He said the name, but I don't remember the name. He was like, I'm not Jeff, or something like that. But if you look at it,
like name checked it.
Yeah.
That's such a
So because no one's gonna go back and reshoot this.
Like, everyone's gonna have to do that in their show.
Yeah, why not? Slip something from this week, and the way they did it was perfect because you don't see him say it.
Right.
Which means that he probably voiced it in, you know, like voiced his line in. Because at the time that he says it, it starts with his mouth like saying something, oh, I'm not gonna die, and then it turns to something else. And then I'm not I'm not Big Jeff or something like that.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah.
And then he died.
No, he didn't die in the second one. No, the script didn't have anything about death in it. They just threw that line in there because
so
of.
Funny. That's great.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah.
What network's that on?
Showtime.
It's Showtime. Okay.
It's a Showtime show. What I get from it, what I really enjoy about it is like the importance of like therapy.
Interesting.
I know. So this is like a hedge firm, and you know they do a lot of trades, and some people have like holdups about trading that amount of money, or you know, like pushing something through when it's risky or something.
Yeah.
And they have somebody on staff to work that out.
Oh man.
Yeah, like your mother was your father, your parents were pig farmers, but that doesn't mean da 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 da, you know, and it goes in, like touch deep and then like pull them out and then they go sell, you know what I mean? Like yeah, it was like the importance of that, you know? And like even in this like last episode, there was a point in which I'm like, so I'm watching it as a viewer, right? But if I'm watching it like live, like if I was in the room, I would have no idea that the therapist is the one who put this idea in his head or like made him, and it just like, it made me like, I know that, like me as a viewer knows that, but like everybody in the room is like this powerful man is making a statement and he's putting his foot down, and I'm like, she just told him to do that like 4 minutes ago, like, you know, but he's attributing all this success and all this to this one line, and I'm like, you know, like as a viewer, it's just interesting because I know where it stems from.
Right. That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good show aside from that, but what I gathered from, what I take from it is like how important it is to like everyday decisions. And yeah, I'm not pushing $4 million transactions right now, but maybe there's something in me that I need to discuss as to why I stay on the road. You know what I mean? Like why I work so hard with, yeah, or something, you know, like, or not work so much in certain areas, or, you know, it was like maybe I.
Well, you could lose your money like in the crypto market, like everybody else.
Oh, they'll get it back, right? Isn't that what they say?
I don't know. I mean, I hope so.
That thing bounced like a high ball, like one of them super bounce balls.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a volatile market.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll in the future. I don't feel like all of them though. I mean, like, there's so many of them now. There's like thousands. And like, you know, what do you do with that? Like you've got thousands of currencies out there that don't represent really anything. And then you've got like a couple that really do represent something.
Yeah. And so one person I heard about, somebody, I don't even know who it was, but this morning I heard on the radio, they were saying that as an NFT, the NFT will be, you get free tickets forever, for life, right? Which means that it will have some value once it's sold. It's not just a picture.
Right.
This is something. This is free entry. This is backstage passes. This is a bonus. Now, if you want to go to the show where, you know, they're also going to have Taylor Swift is going to be at that show, you sell an NFT, make a profit off the residuals, you know, and then from here on out, whenever it is sold again, you get a piece. But it has a thing. It has a physical thing that people can deal with, you know,
for sure.
As opposed to, you know, just here's a picture of a monkey. And
right. Well, that's the thing about it, right? It's like so many of those are like, I don't understand why people get so hyped up about it. Like, okay, yeah, if it's like the original photo of like, you know, Jordan fucking dunked it for the first time. Okay, you got me. Like, that's valuable. You know that. If it's like some dog.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Like when I got not this phone but another note, I think it was a note before this one, Fortnite was huge, right?
Yeah.
And you had the option of getting V-Bucks, whatever the amount of V-Bucks it was, or a pair of headphones. And at the time, because it was so big, I thought maybe I could put, because I don't have a console, I don't play the game, I've watched it a few times. I thought it was interesting, maybe I could get in, because you could play it on the phone. They got the mobile version, and I could get on. So I chose, because I don't use over-the-head headphones.
Right.
But I chose something virtual over something physical. And that always bothered me after I made that decision. Like,
that's funny you say that, man. No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No. I just always, that decision always haunts me a little bit, you know?
Nah, because you're irrational.
Yeah.
I heard this. I was listening to like NPR the other day or something like that, and like they were talking about there was. All right, so like you heard of like the metaverse and all that.
Yeah.
So like, I guess they did like the first some DJ Marshmallow or something like that. I don't know the dude, but did like the first ever like real
concert,
metaverse concert or whatever. And he did it in Fortnite. And so like they basically for like 3 hours or whatever, Fortnite basically just posted this dude. This dude's like avatar playing like DJ sets.
Yeah.
And they didn't charge anything, for like entry, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, like you're already in. But they were charging for like, you can buy your avatar like a DJ Marshmallow T-shirt or like swag. Yeah. And I was just like, I can't.
In game, I didn't know that. So I'm saying, like I agree, but sure. I had no idea that was actually true. But yeah,
it's so crazy. Like, I was just like, yo, people are literally buying nothing.
So when I did it before, but you know the cardboard where you put your phone inside the cardboard VR set?
Yeah, those are kind of cool.
They had some apps where like it was a concert and you could tell like there was a stick obviously set up. But I thought from the very first time I saw it, you can sell this one seat 1 trillion times.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like
you can sell this one seat 1 trillion times.
So like that, they were saying that concert that I was talking about in Fortnite. There was something like 15 million people into it. Like, when do you ever have a concert where there's 15 million people there?
Yeah.
Like that's like there are countries that don't have that 15 million people there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is insanity.
I know.
I know. So you sell one of those virtual T-shirts for $1.
Yeah.
And you do that 1 million times.
Or how about this? So high-end luxury brands have started doing the Photoshop, not like it's a company that does it for high-end brands, but essentially you're getting a discount on a shirt that you're never going to touch.
Right.
And they Photoshop you in the shirt.
What?
They Photoshop you in the shirt. So don't worry about what size you are because it's going to be yours. But it's a discount on a shirt. It's not like it's like $1.
Right.
We're talking about like if it's a $400 sweater, you probably get it for $250.
Oh my God.
And they'll Photoshop you in it. It's a service that they provide.
So you put that up on Instagram?
Yeah.
What is that service called?
I don't know. I listen to it because sometimes when I'm driving like on the road, I listen to podcasts. But this one was a YouTube video, and I don't remember the name of it, but I just thought it was amazing. So as I'm listening to it, they said that in this photo there was like a piece, they said on the wrist or something like that, where you could kind of tell or something like that. But they were looking at the reactions to people, and most people couldn't tell that it was fake. The only reason why some people were alluded to it was, oh, so-and-so's getting fancy, he must be doing a blog on high-end fashion or something like that. Yeah. But that was the only thing that alerted them to it. But if you're a regular person, or let's say if you're a celebrity,
right,
then it's just another time that you was in front of your mirror. Like it's just another time you was in front of your mirror. I know. And the worst part about it is, now I don't mind crypto. I don't mind missing out on crypto. What I do mind in a way, like one of the things that like is in the back of my head or maybe in the middle, would probably be how broke I'm going to be in the metaverse if I don't start now. Like that's the part that like
it's so true, man.
Like, people are talking about they're buying real estate properties and trying to be close to certain people. like in a virtual neighborhood, they want to be, and that makes kind of sense.
Yeah, like it kind of weirdly does. But like I get it. You know,
I do.
Like, when you spend that much time of your life, like, but I mean, I don't know.
It's like Ready Player One.
It's like what?
Ready Player One. Did you see the movie or read the book?
Oh no, I didn't.
So it's a really good. It's about this world in which we all. Well, this guy, the main character, lives in like those storage bins, those shipping containers, stacked on top of each other. Like that's not like a custom home. This is the residence of people. People live in these things stacked on top of each other. But the reason that they don't care, or the reason that this is not a big deal, is because they spend all day, every day, inside of this virtual world where they're playing this game with like unlimited universes, like truly unlimited, right? Like unlimited everything, and everybody because it's a video game, everybody's a character. You know, there's all of Street Fighter and all. It's a video game. Yeah, so it's a video game. So any character from a video game, people play the characters from video games in it. But yeah, like the main character came across a haptic feedback suit where he can feel everything and everything's a part, so it's the Matrix.
Yeah.
It's just the step before, but I thought that was so.
It's like the voluntary Matrix.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a part of this.
But how could you not convince somebody of it?
Yeah, I know.
All of it seems, and then it's like, okay, we don't have to kill you because we got rid of all these jobs. Everything's automated.
Right.
We send your food allowance to you, you know, in boxes, right? Think about the world that we're coming to, right? So you guys don't have to die. We don't have to spread something to wipe you guys out. Just plug in.
Yeah.
or you can wander the streets like a madman, but we'll arrest you. You know, like.
In the metaverse, like,
huh?
Can you get a job
I'm certain of it. Yeah, and because it's virtual, right? It's incentivized, and that's why a lot of these companies are buying these video game places. Let's be realistic, right? These video game companies, but it's incentivized to. All right, so I got a house next to Snoop Dogg, right?
Yeah.
But I have to keep generating rent for that kind of place. And the crypto market is all over the place. But hey, can you come over here and work this code out? And you be an artist in the world, right? So now you making code and and then this is what you do. But it will behoove everybody that you have to travel to that place. Because then you employ a driver in between the two places, right? If you could just teleport there, then it's a step. It's a step, right? But someone has to be an employee. Someone has to drive you there. In my mind, it would be best that it would be that, where it'd be like a work culture and a house culture. You know, a Brooklyn versus a Manhattan. You know.
Yeah.
So I definitely could see that being a thing, and it would work that way. And then you can really, you know, I mean,
this is fascinating.
Because you have to keep people going, right? So the only way to keep people going is make it something that they can't have, you know. That's what, it's not just greed, but it's achievement, right? So
that's insane. But yeah, you're so right. Like,
you keep pushing the person to not have certain things, and how do you do it? Okay, I'll interact more in this area, which is, you know, the work department. We have a community. We have a community garden that we work on or something. I'm making this up because I just saw that, right?
I like it.
We have like a community garden that we all work on like weekly, and because you don't go, you don't get the credits. You didn't log in for a week, and you think you're just gonna come here because Jill Scott is performing? No. How you gonna go? How you gonna go? Come over here, work on this, touch this, be here more often, incentivize people to stay.
Yeah. Could you imagine watching TV in the the metaverse? Like,
yes.
You're basically just like,
yes.
You're like watching TV.
Yeah. I definitely. Yeah. It was a meme a long time ago, around the cardboard time, when it was like, I'm watching TV. It was like a video, but it was a guy saying like, I'm watching TV. Or I'm watching TV in a living room that doesn't exist. This is my real life. This is what I'm looking at. I'm never going to my apartment again. He said, I'm never watching TV in my apartment again.
Oh my God.
And he's like, this is my real life. It showed like his real life. And it was like, and this is what I'm watching right now. There's no way in the world I'm ever watching TV in my real life again.
That is nuts, man.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. I see it.
I know, I mean, I do. Like,
I see it.
I don't know what I think about it, but...
Listen, man. Listen, what else are we going to do with you? You want to be killed off? You don't want to be killed off.
Right.
I mean, but we don't need you. And you're not going to be sitting around here robbing people. That's not what we're not going to allow that. No, that's not going to happen. So because somebody's plugged in, that doesn't mean that you can go rob them. We're going to take care of that, promise. And you'll be real world locked up with no metaverse, no nothing.
Did you ever hear that theory about, I forget what his name was. He was like a philosopher in the 70s, like Bergstrom or something like that maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Posited the theory that there's like a 97 or 98% chance that we are all living in a computer simulation.
Yeah.
Like, that idea is great with that, like, bearing what you just said in mind, because it's like, if we built computer simulations in our computer simulation, like, how many simulations are there that we're in?
The internet as it stands is a bunch of things that human rational people say you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
Why did you post that? It's the common phrase, no matter what circle, no matter what, like, it's not like, oh, World Star, right? Because I'm a frequenter of World Star, right? But that's full of it. But I'm certain on all other pages, why did you post that?
Right.
Like, you post you and your kid, like, at some random birthday party, and someone in the back is smoking.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, how could you have missed that? Why did you post that?
Right.
You know, the common thing is, why did you post it? But you know why they post it? Because in the internet's world, likability and likes in general are currency.
Right.
And I want some.
Yeah.
And everybody else has attention.
Yeah.
Everybody has attention but me. Everybody else has attention but me.
Almost right there.
Yeah. And what you're missing out on 9 times out of 10 is not really that.
No.
It's not beneficial to you.
No, not really.
It's only beneficial to the person. Like, this is the thing that I say, right? I totally see the trick in, like, let's say a Joe Rogan, right? Only because he's popular at the moment, right? But let's say Joe Rogan is responsible for like 100 million hours a month, right? You know what 100 million hours a month is what they're actually saying is? 100 million hours of me knowing everything that his viewers are doing on their phone. So when you click on only, just this once while using this app, you know, like when they ask you for permissions.
Oh yeah.
Can we dig through your stuff? All right, just this one time.
Right.
Or do you want me to dig through your stuff like anytime you have it open?
Right.
Okay, I could dig through it whenever you have it open. All right, cool.
Thank you.
Right. So now I could dig through all your stuff and I know all your whereabouts and I could understand and gather that data. That data is valuable to somebody, right?
Yeah.
But he's so well paid because he is the harvest. You know what I mean? Like I understand what they're saying. Like, I totally understand what they're saying when they say he has all these hours watched. It's not just his popularity. As a business perspective, like, yeah, he can mine. Yeah, he's mining, right? He's mining all this data for us, is what they're actually saying. And that's why he's so well compensated for that.
Damn, man.
So, and
what the hell does that come down to? Just like ad dollars? Like what? So we can figure out how to sell you deodorant better?
No, ad dollars is what you get as the creator in a way. This is the way I think of it. I'm lying because I would be lying if I say it as an authority. But AdSense goes to you for a separate Downey commercial type thing. But the real interest is in the data that you pull. So yeah, we'll give you a little bit off that. But with you having so much time on, I can figure out when this person gets paid and send the right promo code that will pull $23 from his account. I did it at the right time. Not only now I can get into your mindset. I know you've never bought anything on a Thursday.
Right.
Skip sending you the good ads on Thursdays. But when you get paid in the morning, the first thing you do is check one of your carts. Now, how do I get in one of your carts? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can understand the logic of all of that with somebody like a Joe Rogan mining all the data.
Right.
You know? I saw a video where someone was saying that it's an infrared light that goes every 5 seconds. What that says to me is they're taking your picture and matching it up to what's on the screen, right? And if I do it every 5 seconds, which I could afford to do on a low level, I want to be able to do it all the time and see how your eyes open as every time. Like I want to be able to do it, so that I can sell you something better. I need to know when you're going to spend it, so I can just tell you when to spend it. You know, it's not just so much getting the right ad in front of you. I know that you've never purchased anything on a Thursday,
right?
So I don't need to send you that on that day. But when do I need to send it? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not just the dollars. It's not just the ad dollars in the way. It's the mind, right? And then I'm certain that the actual cause of the mining of the mine is so that it could be better replicated, so that you have a better interaction with the Uber driver.
Right.
You have the right and the perfect conversation for exactly the trick.
That's so good.
He needs to be able to respond to you, and I need to know that the inflections of his voice means this at this time.
Right.
And then that keeps you going. Now you're motivated to go to work. You got that pep talk, or maybe your Uber driver is just, and it may be archaic. You know, it may be archaic in a way, as far as like a primitive, like instead of like a person that you could be in a relationship with, which is another thing. But it's maybe just a drone that flies around and has conversations, and it's your therapy. And I see you're not going too well today. I know that the real world is bogging you down, but have an espresso and you get that little tingle for real.
Yeah.
And like,
I like what you think, man.
I see it. I just see it. I understand it.
You definitely decode the matrix here.
I understand it, and because I see it every day with like here's this too, right? So I watched in like a month. In a month, I watched. Jesus Christmas! I'm gonna dread this whole. Nah, it's a horror. In a month, I watched 3 cults on TikTok.
3 cults?
3 cults on TikTok.
Really?
Let me tell you how specific these cults have gotten. I saw a cult that was directed to black women who are BBWs, big beautiful women, who was led by a cult leader who used to be a BBW but now is a feminine stud who's fit, okay.
What?
There's a cult. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm stumbling over trying to get it out for someone else, right? But it's a cult called Daddy's Girls. Daddy is a girl who used to be a big girl. Now she's fit, and she makes girls cut themselves. People have been inspired to give her money even though they're homeless.
What?
Children and homeless, and they send her money and Apple Watches, and that's one cult. So another one.
Can I write this down really quick? That's
Daddy's Girls. Yeah, Daddy's Girls.
I didn't even realize like you could have a cult on TikTok.
Those 2 words shouldn't even go together.
I know.
How in the world do those 2 words go together? Cult and TikTok? I thought it was supposed to be for fast moving.
Yeah.
I thought it was just 1 second clips and you on to the next one.
I mean, I guess it's like evangelism like anything else, right?
Yeah, but the reason why I find it interesting is because it says something about the mind of the people of right now.
Yeah.
And there's something else that's going on that daddy is tapping into.
Right.
But she's got a cheap TikTok code. The people who've been doing this for a long time got a different manifesto, you know?
Yeah.
But we know, like I said, Facebook works because the fear of missing out. Because I didn't trick myself. I tricked my followers on Facebook. I got a lot of happy birthdays one year, and I was like, yo, it's kind of cool. My phone ringing, like
right.
my phone is going off, like everybody saying happy birthday. Even if it was generic HBD, I was excited about it.
Yeah, sure.
And then I said, whoa, wait a second. Change your birthday to 6 months from now.
Yes. See who really knows.
And guess what? They didn't even know that they did it already.
Yeah. Yo, that's very funny.
It wasn't a new set of people. Like, and even if it was,
the same people.
like, you don't remember that it was just 6 months ago. You don't remember that it was cold and now it's warm outside. Like, nothing about this rings wrong to you.
That's so funny.
Because they want you to remember theirs. And why would I question it?
Yeah, well, exactly, right? And then you go, yeah, I know who my real friends are.
But not just who your real friends are, because they may be your real friends, but they also friends with Facebook.
Right.
And Facebook. And Facebook says, I should tell you happy birthday, so you tell me happy birthday. Didn't you like that feeling?
Right. Oh man, that's funny.
This world is interesting to me. I promise.
Not wrong about that.
I love watching it, man. I love watching it.
You want to go people watch, but like real people watch, not like.
Oh, I do it in. Oh, you know, here's a very interesting thing to do. Oh, so Daddy's Girls. There's other cults too. Just put in TikTok cult. You'll find a video on it. It's big. Oh, you're on that side. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
we're here. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
But Daddy's Girls, and then I forgot what the other. I just forgot the other thing. But check out Daddy's Girls or just cults on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we know? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Thanks. Have a great day, man. Oh, 215. I want that. I want that combo.